Imagine this, a staggering 900 kilometers of tunnels all set ablaze in a single night. Yes, you heard that right. The world as we know it is filled with wonders and mysteries, tucked away in the most unexpected places. But every so often something occurs that shakes the very core of our understanding, leaving us awestruck and bewildered. This is one such tale of a night when the earth itself seemed to be on fire, when an unimaginable expanse of underground tunnels was engulfed in flames. Imagine the scene, a labyrinth stretching 900 kilometers, a network of tunnels snaking beneath the surface of the earth, and then, in the blink of an eye, a firestorm sweeps through this subterranean world. Initial reports painted a picture of chaos and bewilderment, a cataclysmic event the likes of which has never been seen before. This was no ordinary fire. This wasn't a case of an accidental spark igniting a dry patch of grass or a forgotten stove setting a house aflame. No, this was something far more intense, far more terrifying. This fire was a force to be reckoned with, a monstrous inferno that roared through the tunnels with an insatiable hunger, consuming everything in its path. It was a spectacle that dwarfed any firework display, any bonfire, any wildfire. This was a blaze that could be seen from space, a beacon of destruction that lit up the night sky, a testament to the sheer magnitude of this event. And as the fire raged on, it became clear that this was no accident. This wasn't a natural disaster, nor was it the result of some unfortunate mishap. This was the work of human hands, of someone with a purpose, a plan, and a flamethrower. This wasn't just a fire. This was an act of destruction on an unprecedented scale, a cataclysm that shook the world to its core. This was a testament to the power of fire and the havoc it can wreak when wielded with malicious intent. But this was no ordinary fire. No, this was the work of a single, unexpected flamethrower attack. So, how did such an unimaginable event occur? Well, it all started on a night much like any other. It was a typical evening, the moon hanging high in the sky, casting long shadows across the landscape. The tunnels, all 900 kilometers of them, lay quiet and serene, a labyrinth of subterranean passageways humming with the echoes of silence. Life above continued in its usual rhythm, utterly oblivious to the impending catastrophe. As the clock ticked past midnight, an eerie calm settled over the area. It was then, in the heart of this tranquility, that the first signs of trouble emerged. A faint glow began to dance at the mouth of the tunnel, a flickering light that gradually grew in intensity. The initial reactions were of puzzlement and mild concern. Onlookers peered into the depths of the tunnel, squinting against the growing brightness. As the minutes passed, the glow morphed into a roaring blaze, a wall of fire surging through the tunnel with terrifying speed. The peaceful night was shattered by the roar of flames, a sound as horrifying as it was mesmerizing. The source of this inferno? A flamethrower, abandoned at the scene, a weapon of destruction that had transformed the labyrinthine network into a fiery hell. As the realization dawned, shock rippled through the crowd. Who could have done this? And why? These questions hung heavy in the air, mingling with the acrid smoke that billowed from the tunnel's entrance. Throughout the night, the fire raged on, an unstoppable force devouring everything in its path. Firefighters battled tirelessly against the blaze, their efforts dwarfed by the sheer scale of the destruction. The tunnels, once a symbol of connectivity and progress, were now a terrifying spectacle of unchecked devastation. By the time the sun rose, the tunnels were a smoldering network of charred passageways. In the wake of this unprecedented event, one could only stare in disbelief at the aftermath. Imagine, if you will, a sprawling network of tunnels which once echoed with the sounds of bustling activity, now eerily silent except for the crackling of dying embers. A once thriving artery of connectivity reduced to a smoldering labyrinth in the span of a single night. The scale of the destruction was immense, stretching over 900 kilometers, leaving no corner of the subterranean grid untouched. Authorities were quick to respond, their faces etched with shock and disbelief as they surveyed the charred remains. Firefighters, unsung heroes of the hour, battled the relentless heat and smoke, their efforts a testament to the indomitable human spirit. It was a grueling task that lasted hours, but eventually the flames were tamed, the fiery beast brought to its knees. While the physical damage was evident, the emotional toll was harder to quantify. The public reaction was a mix of shock, awe, and a palpable sense of loss. These tunnels had been more than just a means of travel. They had been a symbol of progress, a testament to human ingenuity. To see them reduced to ashes was a sight that many found hard to digest. In tandem with firefighting efforts, a massive operation was launched to secure the area. Concerns of structural instability and possible aftershocks of the fire made it a priority. Teams of engineers and safety experts worked around the clock, their faces grim but resolute, ensuring that the danger was contained, that the public was safe. The aftermath was a strange mix of desolation and hope. Desolation at the sight of the charred tunnels, and hope in the resilience of those who fought the fire, those who worked to secure the area, and those who dared to believe that from these ashes, something new could rise. The tunnels, once a symbol of connectivity and progress, were now a grim reminder of the fiery night. But as we know, every end is but a new beginning. With the flames extinguished and the damage assessed, it was time to answer the burning question: who was behind this destructive act? As the sun rose on a scene of charred tunnels and smoke-filled air, the authorities were left with the daunting task of piecing together the puzzle. The first step was identifying potential suspects. Was it a malicious act of terror, or perhaps a disgruntled employee with a score to settle? Or could it have been an accident, a mishap that spiraled out of control? As investigators sifted through the wreckage, they began to uncover evidence. Scorched remnants of a flamethrower were found near the origin of the fire, raising a series of questions. Was this a premeditated act with the flamethrower as the weapon of choice? Or was it a tool conveniently at hand in a moment of heated rage? While the physical evidence painted a picture, the motive remained elusive. Investigators delved into the personal lives of those connected to the tunnels, looking for any signs of discontent or potential reasons for such a destructive act. They examined financial records, personal disputes, and recent changes in the workplace. Every stone was turned, every lead followed, yet the motive was as elusive as the perpetrator themselves. As the days turned into weeks, the case continued to baffle investigators. This was not a simple act of vandalism. The scale of the destruction suggested a level of planning and execution that pointed toward someone with a deep-seated grudge and the knowledge to carry out such a catastrophic act. Yet, despite the challenges, the investigators remained undeterred. The sheer magnitude of the event meant that no detail, however small, could be overlooked. Every piece of evidence was scrutinized, every potential suspect questioned. The mystery of the 900 kilometers of tunnels set ablaze was far from solved, but with each passing day, the truth was inching closer. The search for answers was on, and every clue was a step closer to unmasking the perpetrator. As the story of the flaming tunnels spread far and wide, it served as a chilling reminder of the destructive power of a single flamethrower. In the wake of this shocking event, the community, the authorities, and the world at large have been left to grapple with the enormity of the aftermath. A staggering 900 kilometers of tunnels, once a symbol of engineering marvel, were reduced to embers and ashes in a single night of fire and destruction. The resilience of the human spirit, however, shines through even in the darkest of times. In the aftermath, the community rallied together in solidarity. The strength and unity displayed by everyone in the face of such adversity were genuinely inspiring. From the ashes, a collective resolve to rebuild and recover has emerged, proving yet again that we, as a society, can overcome even the most formidable of challenges. Meanwhile, the investigation into this unprecedented act of destruction is ongoing. Authorities are working diligently, leaving no stone unturned, to bring the perpetrators to justice. There is a renewed commitment to ensuring the safety and security of our infrastructures, with measures being taken to prevent such incidents in the future. This incident has underscored the importance of vigilance and preparedness in the face of potential threats. The lessons learned from this incident are profound. Not only has it highlighted the destructive power of a single flamethrower, but it has also underscored the importance of community, resilience, and collective action. It has served as a stark reminder that in the face of adversity, we can come together as a community, rise from the ashes, and rebuild stronger than before. And so, the tale of the 900 kilometers of tunnels set ablaze remains etched in our memories, a testament to a night of fire and destruction.